This is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. Once again, I am Nick Quaglia alongside Mike and Marv. And guys, I will tell you this, the reason I do not say their last names is because the first show I was like, what is your last names? They both said it. And my brain cannot put together words in a way that I can remember things. So once again, this is Nick, this is Mike, this is Marv, Patriots Roundtable. And here, this is where we talk about the NFL as a whole, the big topics of the NFL. And this is kind of a rapid-fire thing, shorter segment, so let's get to it. The first one really gets me going. Clay Matthews flagged for a third week in a row for another roughing the passer call. And this one was against Alex Smith, Redskins quarterback. So he comes in. Last week, let's go back to last week real quick. Kirk Cousins, we know what happened. He tackled Kirk Cousins on an interception play that would have absolutely ended the game for the Packers. Packers get that win. Instead, flag, roughing the passer, 15 yards. Vikings end up scoring, tied ball game. They end up tying after overtime, which is an asinine rule that the NFL can still tie. On that play, though, when he tackled him, the defense you could make for the referee is that he did grab him underneath the legs, lift his legs off the ground, and almost pile drive him. So I guess you can defend it in that way. This week, absolutely no defense. He comes up high, doesn't go helmet to helmet, hits Alex Smith in the chest, brings him to the ground. His body lands on top of him because it's a fast-moving game, and a 15-yard penalty again. After the game, when asked about it, he said, quote, "That's a football play." This is Clay Matthews. Quote, "That's a football play. I even went up to Alex Smith after the game and asked him what I could do differently. I've never heard of anyone tackling someone without their hands. That's football. Unfortunately, this league's going in a direction that a lot of people don't like. I think they're going soft." So, guys, what are your reactions to yet another dumb, stupid penalty call on Clay Matthews for another roughing the passer? Marv, we'll start with you.
It's just, one, it just sucks that it has to be Clay Matthews for the third time in a row. The guy is balling out there.
He's under the microscope.
He's under the microscope, and he's doing it at the big moments in the game. And it sucks. Like, once he sacked him, I think he already knew before he even looked that he was going to get it. And it's unfortunate. I hate the rule. You know, going into the season, I thought the helmet rules really was going to wreck this league this year. The helmet rule that they really tried to enforce in preseason, now it's gone. You know, they don't even talk about it. But instead, they're reinforcing this roughing the passer league. And it's changing games up. It's changing everything up. Clay Matthews is right. You know, it is going in a softer direction. This is what Clay Matthews, this is how he's made his name in this league. By making plays such as this. And now when you getting penalized, 15-yard penalties, keeping teams in the game, it's unfortunate. I don't know what's going to happen. And you saw that there was a player, I believe it was a Dolphins player, who tried to not, you know, fall on the quarterback, and then he hurt himself towards ACL. You know, because now these defenders have to contort their body in some type of way to sack quarterbacks. You seen the Dietrich Wise sack from last week, he pretty much had to grab the player and just grab Stafford and just throw him on the ground. Just throw him. And that's not going to work all the time. You know, these quarterbacks aren't 150 pounds. They're going to get away from that. So it's just getting tougher and tougher to stop offenses now.
Mike?
Yeah, I agree with Clay Matthews 100%, where he says, you know, the league is getting soft. And I think as time goes on and as the quarterback position evolves, you're not going to get a lot of these. I understand the whole concept of protecting the quarterback. You know, they're probably, you know, other than the kicker and the punter, you know, the least physical guys out there. But as time goes on, you're going to get more of these quarterbacks in the league. I mean, who was it for the Bills? Josh Allen. This guy's over there leaping over defenders, making plays. You know, quarterbacks, you know, Cam Newton's, Russell Wilson's, the guys who can do it with their arm and their legs. You can't protect guys who, in a sense, are now, as time goes on, they're willing to make plays and go down the field and possibly take on a hit. Cam Newton is rushing for a touchdown all the time, and he's a quarterback, you know. So I understand the idea of protecting the quarterback, but when you're just letting guys, you're not letting a quarterback take a regular football hit that wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, they're taking these hits play after play nonstop. You know, it's getting to a point now where, yeah, I think soft is the exact way to put it. You know, these guys have to really, like Marv said, change the way they're tackling a quarterback. They might pop the running back when they're, you know, going off the edge or going up but they have to change the way they're hitting the quarterback because, you know, it's a little too rough. I really don't like it. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but it's the game of football, and we watch it, love it or hate it. You know, we watch it because of these big plays and big hits sometimes. And quarterback's on the field, he got pads on just like everybody else has pads on. You know, you can't be flagging these guys left and right for taking hits like anybody else does in the game. So I'm with Clay Matthews 100%.
What really pisses me off about this is earlier on in the game, Aaron Rodgers legitimately got suplexed. In the same game, he got suplexed. He got grabbed, spun around, thrown on the ground like a rag doll. He got ragdolled, essentially. And then the player landed with all of his body weight on top of him. No flag. So Clay Matthews, a big reasons why he's getting these penalties on him is because, like I said earlier, he's under the microscope right now.
And
next.
He's made an enemy now. So
yeah, he's an enemy with the refs. And we're all with him. It sucks. It's stupid. Next, quickly, Jimmy G out for the season, torn ACL. He scrambles to his left. He's running upfield. Looks like he's going to go out of bounds. Decides to cut left, plants that leg, left knee buckles. And you can see we're in the ACL tore at the exact moment. And he goes down, carted off the field. It was confirmed today at the time of, or before recording, Monday, September 24th. It is, in fact, an ACL tear. People are giving Justin Houston a lot of crap for it, and he said it right. It was Jimmy G's fault. Jimmy Garoppolo should not have gone the extra yard. You know why Tom Brady stays on the field? Tom Brady's most valuable trait is being on the field all the time. He's missed one season. He had one major injury, and that was it. That is his most valuable trait, that he's always there. Carson Wentz last year dives into the end zone, tears his ACL. These quarterbacks who are doing insane things like Josh Allen hurdling players, it's going to come back to bite you. You are the most important player possibly in sports. You have to stay on the field. So me personally, totally against Jimmy G on this. Stupid move by his part. He's got to be smarter than that. He's got to go out of bounds. And he's going to be thinking about that all year while he's rehabbing. Why did I not just go out of bounds? The 49ers are now going to suck without Jimmy, and it's a shame because they were going to be a fun team to watch this year. Quickly, Marv, what do you think?
Yeah, especially at a point when you get paid that much money, when they give you that contract.
Yep.
There's definitely somewhere where it says, be smart. Like you got to play a little smarter now when they invest in you. Jimmy G could have went out of bounds. You know, he could have went out of bounds, and we wouldn't be talking about this right now at all. This got to get to a point now when they bring these rookie quarterbacks in, they just got to show them tapes of RG3, show them tapes of Jimmy G, Carson Wentz, like you mentioned, that and say, protect yourself, slide, go out of bounds, protect your. Show Brady, once he sees someone 5 yards away, he drops, he just falls on the floor. Do that because it's unfortunate. Jimmy Garoppolo, man, you know, you can tell that this guy, he can have possibly a bright future, and he's just wasted 1 year away from his team. And you know, this is a team that invested a lot of money in him.
Mike?
Yeah, unfortunately, it is his fault, you know, with the injury he suffered. Like you guys just said, you know, Brady's just the master of completely collapsing to the ground as soon as he feels a defender or sees a defender coming his way. And, you know, some people may give him crap and say, oh, he's soft for doing that. No, he's protecting himself in his longevity and being able to be on the field every game of the season. So, you know, people probably hate it, but like you said, Nick, hey, you got to, if you're the quarterback, you know, the face of the team, possibly the most important position in all the sports, you got to protect yourself at all costs. And if that means, you know, collapsing to the floor like a flopping fish fresh out of water, whatever the case may be, you got to do what you got to do to make sure you're healthy for the, you know, longevity of the season. And I don't know what Jimmy's thought process there, if he was trying to just get that extra yard or whatever the case may be, but it cost him a year of his football career. It's very unfortunate because, like Marv said, bright future. They paid him a lot of money because they believe he can do great things and lead, you know, San Francisco back to some golden days. But it's not going to be happening for the next year and some change because we know how long ACL injuries knock guys out for. So it's just a very unfortunate situation. But players got to be smarter, man. Quarterbacks got to be smarter for sure.
Listen, when you date porn stars, you get a little cocky. All right.
Wow.
That is it. That is it for the CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I am Nick Quaglia alongside Mike and Marv once again. These videos are going to be coming out all week. So, guys, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Our little Twitter dudes have been popping up all show, every episode that you guys have watched so far. Tell your friends, tell everybody. Make sure you guys catch this show. And let us know what you guys think in the comments. We are always going to respond to you guys in the comments, and tweet at us. Do whatever you want. We will be in contact. And I love fighting with people on Twitter. So please, guys, bring it on. Bring it at me. I love doing it. It's my favorite thing, just to dive into Twitter and just fight with everybody. All right. CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. Once again, I am Nick alongside Mike and Marv. Thank you guys for watching. We will talk to you next time.